Welcome to United Report, your daily hub for all things Manchester United, from transfer news and match updates to exclusive stories. We've got you covered. If you're a true Red Devil, hit subscribe and join the United family. Glory, glory, Man United. There are 7 weeks remaining of the transfer window and plenty of work still to be done. The Premier League has already seen some monumental deals, but more await before the return of the season in a month's time. Liverpool set out to their work early and signed Florian Wirtz in a record deal, in addition to adding new fullbacks in the shape of Jeremy Frimpong and Milos Gyokeres. A new defender and striker could yet be on the agenda, with Marc Guehi and Hugo Ekitike both linked, with potential for competition from Newcastle for both. Arsenal have not been shy in attempting to overcome the gaps to the Reds either. They've signed Martin Zubimendi and Christian Norgård in the last week, while Noni Madueke looks to be next to join the club from Chelsea. But anyone associated with the Gunners will be waiting with bated breath to discover whether a new striker finally arrives in North London. Victor Gyokeres is on strike, and attempting to force through a move to the Emirates from Sporting CP Tottenham, meanwhile, have caused controversy in their attempt to land Morgan Gibbs-White. Nottingham Forest have accused them of an illegal approach, as the Lily Whites' attempts to strengthen Thomas Frank's side are put on hold. Manchester United are set to be hard at work too, and may need to work quickly after Andre Onana picked up a hamstring injury. A new goalkeeper could be on the cards, but the Red Devils will be doing their utmost to land Bryan Mbeumo from Brentford too. There is still time for the likes of Chelsea and Manchester City to conduct more business too, and we'll keep you up to date with everything from around the Premier League and beyond below. Victor Gyokeres will be slapped with a significant fine and forced to apologise to his teammates after failing to return for Sporting CP's pre-season preparations, says the club's president. Federico Varandas has spoken out and suggested they remain under no pressure to permit Gyokeres to leave on the cheap. The Sweden international has been adamant he will leave Lisbon this summer and resolved to go on strike amid a dispute over the transfer fee he will be permitted to depart for. Sporting chief Varandas noted when the threat emerged that he would not be blackmailed in an explosive statement, but after being required to come back late for pre-season, Gyokeres did not arrive on Saturday in time for his side's training camp. The squad departed for Lagos without the 50-goal striker after players were asked to report for 4:30 p.m. on Saturday. Now Gyokeres, who is said to have already agreed personal terms with Arsenal, faces disciplinary action, and Sporting do not appear willing to allow the player's decision to ease their own negotiations with the Gunners, which have already required a cooling off. Man United's Alejandro Garnacho has rejected the chance to join former teammate Cristiano Ronaldo at Saudi side Al Nassr, according to reports. Garnacho looks certain to leave Old Trafford this summer after his row with manager Ruben Amorim, who irked the player by dropping him for the Europa League final defeat to Tottenham. The 21-year-old is still intent on a move, but has snubbed the opportunity to move to the Saudi Pro League with Al Nassr, as reported by The Telegraph, because he wants to prioritise a European club. Juventus have agreed a £17.3 million deal with United for Jadon Sancho, as the player looks for a way out of Old Trafford following Chelsea's decision to send him back after his loan move. According to La Stampa, the Red Devils were holding out for closer to £25 million for the former Borussia Dortmund man, who cost them £70 million back in 2021, but have decided to ease on their demands in a bid to get the flop out the door. Marcus Rashford has crunch talks scheduled with Manard bosses this week. The England forward's representatives want to know the precise financial terms United will accept for his departure, whether on loan or a permanent transfer. Rashford, 27, feels he is in limbo after being told he is not in manager Ruben Amorim's plans, and his £375k a week wage being a major stumbling block to a move. It is understood that Rashford, who has 3 years remaining on his Old Trafford contract, is prepared to compromise on the terms of a payoff to help facilitate a move. But a loan looks the most likely outcome, with Barcelona keen, a move which would suit Rashford. Manchester United's summer rebuild is heating up, but not without drama. Bryan Mbeumo is growing increasingly frustrated as his £62.5 million move stalls. Marcus Rashford could be heading to Barcelona with a loan deal on the table, and Victor Gyokeres has reportedly gone on strike to force a move, now reopening the door to a shock Old Trafford switch. With only Matthias Cunha signed so far, fans are demanding action. Let's break down all the key transfer stories in today's United Report. Manchester United have one signing through the door this summer, but they have no plans to stop there as Ruben Amorim continues revamping his struggling squad. So far, Matthias Cunha is the only player who has arrived at Old Trafford after being signed for $62.5 million, and there are some frustrations from fans over the lack of progress over other deals. United are still locked in talks with Brentford over a possible move for Bryan Mbeumo, but have been unable to agree a fee. There are also a number of unwanted stars like Marcus Rashford and Jadon Sancho, whose futures need finalising as the club look to balance the books and rake in more funds for transfers. With that in mind, Mirror Football has outlined some of the biggest Manchester United transfer stories and gossip. Marcus Rashford will be desperate to make his exit from United this summer after being cast aside by Amorim, forced to train by himself away from the squad at Carrington. United did give Rashford extra time to find a new club following his short loan spell at Aston Villa last season, and now the England star may have found a solution. According to Sky in Germany, Barcelona had seen a bid for Liverpool winger Luis Diaz rejected and are now prepared to go all in on Rashford. The report says boss Hansi Flick has already given the green light to the move, which Barcelona hope will be a loan deal. United might also have to subsidise a portion of Rashford's wages due to the player's eye-watering £325,000 a week wages, and he is said to be willing to lower his wage demands in order to secure an exit. For months, Manchester United were being talked about as the leading frontrunners to sign Victor Gyokeres due to the striker's relationship with boss Amorim. The Portuguese coach helped turn the Swedish star into one of the deadliest strikers in world football, but United's failure to qualify for European football saw them fall away from contention, with Arsenal stepping up as favourites. It's understood Arsenal are offering a package of £65 million plus future payments of £5 million and £10 million in other add-ons, but are around £4 million off of Sporting's valuation. Sporting have asked for a cooling-off period before restarting talks, and Gyokeres has reportedly had enough of being patient and has gone on strike at the club, refusing to turn up for the start of pre-season. And now Portuguese outlet Correio da Manhã have claimed Gyokeres has opened the door to United once again and is giving the Red Devils a second look after being forced to wait to join Arsenal. United want to add another forward player alongside Cunha and would jump at the chance to sign Gyokeres, who netted 54 goals in 52 games last season, as they continue to reach an impasse in talks for Brentford's Bryan Mbeumo. Another player who has been left impatient over a move is United target Mbeumo, who the Red Devils have been in talks to such for much of the summer so far. United have had 2 bids rejected for Mbeumo, the latest being one of 62.5 million, the same fee they paid for Cunha. It's understood Brentford are looking for more than 60 million but want the full fee paid up front, while United want to pay it in instalments. Mbeumo was Brentford's star player last season, netting 20 goals in the Premier League, and is seen as a player who could overhaul United's fortunes. But United are yet to return with a third bid, and the saga is threatening to drag out even further, causing frustration from Mbeumo. Cameroon coach Ashu Cyprien Basong said, yes, obviously he's very frustrated with how long it's taken, but he's a professional and anticipates these things. I spoke to him about a week ago and he is very calm with everything that is going on. But of course, he's already told them he wants to go to United. He just wanted the 2 clubs to find an agreement, as he's very grateful for the opportunity that he's been given by Brentford in his career. Major twist in the striker market. Victor Gyokeres is now reconsidering a move to Manchester United. The Swedish forward had made it clear he wanted to join Arsenal, but talks between the Gunners and Sporting Lisbon have completely stalled. Sporting are demanding around 68 million for their goal machine, and Arsenal still haven't met those terms. That has opened the door for Manchester United, and according to fresh reports from Portugal, Gyokeres is now giving United a second look. Why? A key reason could be his strong connection with Ruben Amorim, the man who signed him at Sporting. Gyokeres recently told France Football just how much Amorim means to him, saying his style of play suited me perfectly. I can't thank him enough. And now, with Amorim in charge at Old Trafford and United still searching for a proven number 9, the pieces may be falling into place. Gyokeres has scored a stunning 97 goals in 102 games since joining Sporting from Coventry just over a year ago, and a reunion with Amorim could be the move that brings him to the Premier League. Meanwhile, Arsenal are turning their attention elsewhere after already landing Kepa, Zubimendi and Christian Nurgaard, and are reportedly closing in on Chelsea's Noni Madueke, another player who could be on the move after Enzo Maresca's recent comments. But make no mistake, the Gyokeres situation is far from over, and United may now have the upper hand. Victor Gyokeres is reportedly reconsidering a move to Manchester United after Arsenal's talks with Sporting Lisbon reached an impasse. Gyokeres had made it clear that he wants to join the Gunners, but Sporting's demands have complicated things. They want a fee of around 68 million for the striker, who has scored 97 goals in 102 games across all competitions since joining Sporting from Coventry in 2023, but Arsenal have yet to meet their demands. As a result, a new report from Portuguese outlet Correio da Manhã is claiming that Gyokeres is rethinking his future and is now giving Manchester United a second look. The 27-year-old has a strong relationship with United boss Ruben Amorim, who was the man in charge when Gyokeres joined Sporting. In a recent interview with France Football, Gyokeres hailed the impact Amorim has had on his career. "I came here, it's been great since day one, I've developed a lot here with the team," he said. "We have a lot of amazing memories together as a team, winning 2 championships in a row, for the first time in 71 years, I think it is. It's an amazing achievement." Of course, Amorim played a big part of this because he was the one who really wanted me here, and his style of football that we played under him suited me very well, I think. I can't thank him enough. The style of play we had under him suited me perfectly. It was a shock when Amorim joined United last year. I'd never seen a coach leave in the middle of the season when everything was going so well. No hard feelings. Yes, it was surprising, but I totally understand his decision. Arsenal, meanwhile, have already signed Kepa Arrizabalaga, Martin Zubimendi and Christian Norgård this summer, and are also closing in on a deal for Chelsea winger Noni Madueke. When asked about Madueke's future at the Club World Cup, Blues boss Enzo Maresca told reporters, "My message to the players and to the club is that I want just players that are happy to be with us. The ones that are not happy, they are free to go. It's not for Noni, it's for all the players we have. But again, Noni has been very good during the season and very good tonight."